Hey everybody, Dixon of Dixon's Violin here. I'm going to show you behind the scenes about my pedal board. So it's very convenient to have everything, to be able to lay it out on this pedal board into one flat board and move it wherever it needs to go. My particular setup is quite unusual. It's very heavy. Laptop is very heavy, a lot of cables, a lot of things. But in particular, I want to show you this flatboard that I made. So this is the flatboard that I made. You can buy these for a lot of money, and they aren't generally the right dimensions that I needed. Mine is unusual because it's quite square, it's quite large, and it needs to hold a lot of weight. So I made my own, and here's how I did it. I basically went to the hardware store. You can go to Lowe's or an Ace Hardware, wherever you want. And I bought, this is standard angle aluminum. Angle aluminum, right? And what I did is I created a surface using, what's it called? Coroplast. It's corrugated plastic. It's a sheet of corrugated plastic. Again, you can get it at any home improvement store. They sell it in a 4x8 sheet, or maybe it's a 4x4 sheet. You can cut it with a pair of scissors. So it's super lightweight. It's literally, you can see the corrugation there. So it's just corrugated plastic, super lightweight, standard angle aluminum that you get in like 3 or 4 foot lengths. Cut it, so super lightweight. And then you'll see I just used standard nuts and bolts to bolt it together. So this whole thing will only cost maybe 30 or 40 bucks in parts to make. I smoothed out, I ground off the bolts to make them short. And then there's one other thing I did very specifically. I put a cross brace here, not centered on purpose, because I did the math and I figured out that the weight of mine, most of the weight is on one side. So I put that cross brace on where the weight is centered, not measured centered. So it's where the weight is centered, so that I'm always lifting from the center of gravity, basically, the center of mass, instead of the center, because then it would tip. So this whole thing, 30 or 40 bucks in parts, took a few hours in an afternoon to do, and this has lasted hundreds of gigs. So that's my flatboard. Can't buy them in the store, but you can make your own. Hope that helps. Cheers.